True facts about cats. Cats are one of the first widely domesticated animals in the world, dating back to even before Egyptian times. The earliest recount of a domesticated cat was in the Neolithic era, the time at which the Stone Age was coming to an end. It was inferred that cats were used for farming at that time, hunting mice that would eat stored grains of humans. This would set a relationship between the two species for many centuries to come. In ancient Egypt, however, cats were considered to be idols, for they were strongly associated with the Egyptian goddesses Isis, and Ba'at. In fact, when a family cat died in ancient Egypt, family members would mourn by shaving off their eyebrows. They also held elaborate funerals during which they drank wine and beat their breasts. This cat was embalmed with a sculpted wooden mask, and the tiny mummy was placed in the family tomb or in a pet cemetery with tiny mummies of mice. In fact, the first known breed of cat is the Egyptian Mau. During the Renaissance and Victorian periods, cats were often thought to be the witches' familiars, and during festivals were sometimes burnt alive or thrown off tall buildings. This was also done during the Middle Ages at the time of the Black Death, causing the plague to have even greater of an impact on the human population due to the increase in rodents. A bit of a fail on their part. Cats are very unique, with skills they have developed over the centuries of their domestication. Firstly, its tongue. For those who have been licked by cats before, you know it feels like a watered down version of sandpaper. Your cat's tongue actually has tiny backward facing barbs or papillae on it, and they're the things that create that rough sensation. The barbs serve several important functions. They make it easier for a cat to wrest the meat from the bones of its prey. The barbs also aid in grooming as they collect the dirt, debris, and loose hair from the cat's coat. The downside to the backwards facing barbs, though, is that anything the cat collects on its tongue will usually end up getting swallowed, and that's how your cat may end up with lots of hairballs. Sleep. During the stages of a cat's life, it sleeps the most as a kitten. This is because their bodies release a growth hormone only when they're asleep. Adult cats don't release any particular key hormones during sleep. They just snooze all day because they can. In fact, cats sleep so much that by the time a cat is 9 years old, it would have been awake for only 3 years of its life. Its paws. Unlike humans, the paws of a cat aren't just meant for moving around. Firstly, your cat is a digitigrade walker, meaning it walks on the balls of its feet and the fingertips. The small size of its paws and the softness of its pads make it easy for it to move silently through all kinds of terrain. The pads below the paw of a cat are especially beneficial, allowing cats to sweat through them, protecting it from rough terrain, and even giving the feline the ability to evaluate the texture, location, and liveliness of a prey. Cats show respect to you by lifting their tail to a fairly high height. They actually mark their territory by rubbing their head against you. Chocolate in reality makes your cat more affectionate. Try it! Cats love getting their belly rubbed out of the blue. The felines can actually outrun Usain Bolt. To the cat, Bruce Lee looks like Seth Rogen. Cats sometimes act like humans, as they're secretly planning on an invasion on us, where slowly each cat will take over the place of each human without the population noticing. They'll use us as slaves to make them wet food every day and pet them till our hands fall off, grow rough. But at the end of the day, they're still pretty damn cute and lovable.